Welcome into Sports with Balls. Been a minute. Welcome into the show. I'm Jeff Michael, your host. Had to take a couple weeks off after Super Bowl. Got that old, what they like to call the COVID. My son got it. Miserable household over here for a few weeks, but getting better. Back at it. Welcome in. Got plenty to discuss. So let's see if we can get into it. Oh, man, I got that turned up real loud. Let's try to turn that down a little bit. All right, there we go. Man, NBA, more issues there. We'll try to get into that here in a little bit. MLB baseball on our televisions on a daily basis now. That's fantastic. There is some incredible NFL news out there. So I will try to get into all of that as well. And what I mean by incredible NFL news is running backs. The running back market for the NFL right now is absolutely ridiculous. But today, I want to thank a couple of people before we get going. As always, number one, Christian's Tailgate. By the way, if you haven't seen this, they have a promotion going on because the University of Houston moved into the number one seed. They are now selling, neutrals and White Claws, whatever, for $1. So if you go there on like a burger days, whatever it is, it's like you can get 2 or 3 drinks and a burger for less than $10. Go to christianstailgate.com, find one near you. Amazing place, award-winning burgers, food, and obviously drink specials. So go check them out. Also, my boy Josh Smith, dude, he does all of the work for me and should do all of the work for you. Modern home improvement and remodeling. Go to modern-homeimprovement.com. Just fix my sprinkler system and a couple other things around the house, dude. Just give the guy a call. 281-949-8925. Josh Smith over there at Modern Home Improvement and Remodeling. Now, of course, you can hear my nose. I'm a little nasally still, man. So I'm pushing through this. Been a minute, but we're going to get this done, dude. We are going to get this done. What is today? We haven't done this in a minute. Today's February 27th. International Polar Bear Day. National Protein Day. Get your chicken, meat, fish, bacon, whatever it is. Get your protein in. What else? National Pokemon Day. I never my generation missed that. Not a Pokemon guy. I do have some Pokemon cards because of my son. Apparently, they're worth a lot of money. National Kahlua Day. If your name's Albert or Susan, it's your day. National Strawberry Day. No Brainer Day. Big Breakfast. So get a big breakfast. Special Operations Forces Day. One of the only books I've ever read in my entire life was Richard Marcinko's Navy SEAL Team 6. So National February 27th. So happy Special Forces Day to you guys. Let's see. World Spa Day. Or I'm sorry, spay. Get your animals spayed or neutered, please. JWoww's birthday. That's about it. There you go for your national day. And of course, later on today, we'll get into today in sports history. There's a couple of good ones as always. Daytona 500 stuff. Right around now, there's a lot of Winter Olympic stuff that happened. It's wild. And I don't know what happened to the Winter Olympics, but nobody really is excited about those. So, welcome to Sports with Balls. I'm Jeff Michael. Let's get going. A minute ago, I was talking about these running backs. It is insane the amount of running backs in the NFL that are going to be free agents. All right, so yesterday, the franchise tags are unlikely for Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, and Austin Eckler. All 4 of them. Those are top-tier running backs. That's not second tier, third tier. These are top-tier running backs. Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, all free agents. All free agents. Now, the next tier of running backs, listen to this. Tony Pollard might be available. DeAndre Swift, A.J. Dillon, Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Ezekiel Elliott, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Those are all available running backs. That's insane. That's half the league. So running backs are abundant. And I feel bad for the running backs in the draft because of this. There are a ton of serviceable running backs and some franchise running backs. One team that has been all over the map, maybe it's because I'm in this city, but been watching it or listening to it a lot, is the Houston Texans. Granted, their rookie running back is coming off an ACL injury. Maybe they keep him. Maybe there's some trades to go down. But what if the Houston Texans end up with a Austin Eckler, a Saquon Barkley? Whew. Man, what teams need a running back? And then what if you take Saquon off the Giants? Daniel Jones? Wow. They're going to draft a quarterback. Let's just put it to you that way. And it's interesting. Very interesting to look at all of these running backs available. They're going to, okay, so the Las Vegas Raiders will attempt to re-sign Jacobs, but are not going to tag him. And we knew from the beginning of the year last year when Jacobs was holding out that this is not, they're going to have to put down some money. And I'm not really sure if Josh Jacobs wants to stay there, if he will stay there. And then the same exact thing happened in New York with the Giants with Saquon Barkley. Remember? He held out for as long as he could, and then, of course, he had to go play. So he most likely is on the move out of there. Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry. We saw he already said goodbye to the whole franchise. So he's out of there. Austin Eckler had issues with them the entire season, and obviously before that in the preseason. So he wants out of there. Now, I don't know if the coaching change over there is going to be able to keep him. We're going to find out. But, man, can you imagine Austin Eckler or Saquon Barkley of the Houston Texans with C.J. Stroud and that receiving core? Woo! That defense is already strong. There's a lot of players that want to go to Houston. And here... okay. Here's my issue with that. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, bring it on. No, man, I don't like the too many superstars on one squad. I think that messes up chemistry. I think the Texans have a great chemistry right now and don't mess with a good thing. You start bringing in Mike Evans, Saquon Barkley, some other defensive players that want to come, and then you've got a lot of top personalities to deal with. And I love D'Amico Ryans. But that's a lot. And then you've got C.J. Stroud, who's young and supposed to be the leader. And with all these other hotheads, I don't know. Team chemistry is huge. And I don't know if you want to bring in that many guys, that many top tier big heads, if you will, to your team. I love team chemistry. And the Texans need to keep with what's working for them. Plus, listen, if you want to bring in a Josh Jacobs, how many times are you going to give him the ball? 28, 30 times? You're taking the ball out of C.J. Stroud's hands, right? Are y'all going to run a San Francisco 49ers style offense? There's a lot of questions. I do like an Austin Eckler type to where he's not an every down back. And you could, use him in the passing game. I love Barkley, Tony Pollard, or Austin Eckler for that type reason. But, man, Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Gus Edwards, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, DeAndre Swift, J.K. Dobbins. Those are just some of the names that are out there. Free agencies this year in the running back market. Huge offseason for running backs. And, of course, the draft is coming up. We all can't wait for that. Look, some people are not attending, I guess you will, the draft. Or not the draft, but the combine. I don't have a problem with it. Look, the combine's fun to listen to the top 40s, I guess, but nobody watches them run routes. I get it that the coaches are over there, but how many times are scouts right and wrong on this? It's about 50-50. I don't think that the scouts have to. You got enough college tape to watch. Then these guys just throw into somebody with nobody guarding them. Top 40s I like. That's cool. How fast can you run the 40? But like I said, that's cool. That's about it. I don't think it changes anything. Jerry Rice wasn't a sprinter, but nobody ever caught him. So the combine to me, I think that lick mix test or whatever it is, CJ Stroud apparently absolutely bombed that thing. And look what happened to him. Rookie of the year. So there you go. Speaking of the Texans, the Suns' guardianship bid to get the Texans, he had to drop that. Obviously, some fighting amongst the family in the McNairs. So, what else we got? And I don't see anything else really, really big. We're just waiting on the draft. I guess the closer we get, the more draft talk we'll get into, right? Chicago Bears and Justin Fields, what are they going to do? I'm not even going to tell you my opinion on that as of right now. I don't know. I know what I think they should do, but that's, well, as we get closer to the draft, the NFL is taking a sidestep for a minute while baseball, basketball, hockey, and all these other sports try to get in their day in the sun, because as soon as the NFL draft gets closer, well, that's all we're going to be talking about again. And speaking of MLB, it is awesome to see all these games back on. Pitchers out there, the sound of the ball hitting the glove, absolutely fantastic. And I just, look, these games don't mean a whole ton, but it's fun to watch. It's fun to be skipping through your television and baseball's on. We're less than a month away from the season starting. That's awesome. I hope for no injuries. There's some good teams out there this year. Yankees look good. Dodgers look good. Astros look good. Why the Rangers are only a 4% chance, I don't know. But the Rangers apparently won a World Series, and now they're not good anymore. Ohtani will debut this week for the Dodgers. That'll be really cool. Big deal as of yesterday. Cody Bellinger and the Cubs agree on 3 years, $80 million. It's the closer the season gets, we'll dive into baseball a little bit more too. Obviously, I'll have my season. I'll even have Lauren on the show again and dive into my predictions for all of the divisions and World Series predictions. I've been really good at it lately, so I like baseball a lot. I love the games. I can't wait till March 28th. I think Astros and Yankees. Woo! Bring it on. Today's games are Boston, St. Louis, Yankees, Tampa Bay. They start at 12:05, by the way. White Sox, Dodgers, and then the Reds and the Chicago Cubs. So, if you got something to do or don't have anything to do, throw on some baseball. Baseball is there. Man, I'm still stopped up. Like, this is crazy. It's been almost 3 weeks. I remember when COVID came out. I didn't get it this bad. This is I'm talking about I have the what is it that I can't taste, the smell, all of it. And if I look a little red, it's because I was out coaching my daughter's softball game this past weekend, and yeah, got burned in the middle of February. Got sunburned. Awesome. Baseball and softball for kids has started now, and all you guys that have your kids and all that. I just absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. You know who doesn't love the referees? The Detroit Pistons. After the Knicks games last night, apparently, I did not see this. I've been trying to find some video of it. Somebody dove into somebody's leg last seconds. The NBA admitted they were wrong, but the Knicks escaped and got the W. Now, the laugher to me is that the Detroit Pistons are the ones complaining about this. Look, you're the bottom of the barrel. You're not going to get a call with 8.5 seconds left, even though it was obvious. They want the Knicks to win. They don't want the Pistons to win. Be better. Do better. Win the game before that. If you're a bad team, it's like boxing. They're not going to give you a decision at the end of the match. You need to win outright. The Pistons should have won outright. And I get it, their coaches all in an uproar and pissed off, but come on, man. The NBA, they've got some bad marks against them. For a while now. They have got a lot of work to do, man. The NBA has a lot of work to do. And then on top of this, I see yesterday a report that LeBron at the end of the season is going after 3 years and a 9-figure deal. What? LeBron is going to be in the NBA for 3 more years. Now, for me, and what I do, this is awesome. This is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love this because it's content, for sure. I can't imagine this guy is in the NBA for 3 more years. That is insanity. That's crazy talk to me. But it is what it is. Oh, man. What do you think about the NBA? A 1 to 10. Watchable? 5? I would rather watch, and this is opinionated, obviously. I would rather watch baseball in preseason than I am a basketball game. It just is what it is. It is what it is at this point. I have no interest in turning on a NBA game because of things like this that happened last night. And now they score 70 points with abundance. 50 points is nothing anymore. The rules were shifted to make the game a little bit more entertaining. And now the game, they haven't dialed it back a little bit. It's not. Take away the 3-point line. That should be pretty entertaining. They're not shooting from half court. The All-Star game was an absolute joke. We all heard all the rumors on that. Then you got what happened last night, and that's not the first time. It's just, it keeps, the NBA keeps getting bad marks against it. And I wish the NBA would do better. I do. I wish the NBA was awesome like it was in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s. But, man, they have really dropped the ball. I'm not going to place blame on one person. I'm not going to place blame on even 2 people. But y'all complained about David Stern being the commissioner, and now y'all would beg to have him back. Y'all would give anything to have David Stern back as a commissioner of basketball. It is what it is. The NBA standings, if you care, and then I'll get into the NCAA standings because there's some pretty cool stuff on that. Let's see. Did I go to NC? No, here we go. Boston's number 1 in the Eastern Conference, followed by Cleveland and Milwaukee. And the New York Knicks, number 4, who I was just talking about. Boston's doing pretty well, 91 the last 10 games. Minnesota Timberwolves, Oklahoma City Thunder, tied in your Western Conference. And then you have Denver, Clippers, Phoenix, Pelicans. Like I told you, long shot. Zion's healthy. That team's pretty good. Golden State Warriors playing really good basketball as of late. 8-2 in their last 10 games. All right, NCAA. Sorry, guys. Still told you dealing with my sickness. The University of Houston Cougars are your number 1 seed in the men's college basketball rankings. And it's basically a 3-way tie, like it is. You got Houston, Purdue, and UConn all right there. Houston got 53 votes. Purdue got 4. UConn got 5 for number 1 spot. But the Houston Cougars are your number 1 seed. March Madness will be fun this year. It always is. It's right around the corner. It is right around the corner, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. You got Tennessee at 4, Marquette, Arizona, Kansas, Iowa State, North Carolina, and then Duke round out your top 10. Surprises coming up in there. Alabama, number 14. St. Mary's, number 17. Dayton, 21st. South Florida, 21-5. Round out, well, Florida and South Florida round out your top 25. But, man, Washington State's at 19. Should be an incredible tournament. It always is. Can't wait. Can't freaking wait. Going to be an absolute blast, March Madness, because when there's no football, it's perfectly timed. The NBA is the NBA. And by the way, the NBA playoffs, get it together, guys. What is that, a 2-month-long process? 2.5 months? Another bad mark. All right. I'm over it. I'm not going to sit here and dog the NBA the whole show. We'll do that. We'll do that later on. What else we got to get into? Parlay of the day. I don't know if I have one because of the NBA. I've been doing this these NCAA games lately, and I'm getting on Odd Shark and then looking at against the spreads, and then betting on the teams that are really good against the spread, and ones that are really bad against the spread, playing each other, and it works. So maybe I'll start doing some NCAA right leading up to March Madness, and we'll start doing parlay of the days on that. Let's get into today in sports history. 1984, Carl Lewis jumps a world record 8.65 meter in the long jump. Ooh, what else we got? NCAA, 1987. The NCAA cancels SMU's entire 1987 football schedule for gross violations of NCAA rules regarding athletic corruption. Man, the death penalty, SMU on this day in 1987. That is a huge moment in sports history. What else we got? Mark Messier retires his jersey in 2007 from the Edmonton Oilers retired his jersey. And man, wow, that's it. Serena Williams and Roger Federer get Sportsman of the Year awards in 2018. Man, that's going to do it. 1966, the 8th Daytona 500. Pole setter Richard Petty comes from 2 laps down to win the event after 198 laps were completed because of rain. And in 1963, Mickey Mantle of the New York Yankees signed a baseball contract for $100,000. That's right. Mickey Mantle in 1963 signed a $100,000 contract. You guys stay tuned. Look, I want to thank a couple of people before I get out of here. Again, I'm going to try to push through these shows daily because I love doing it, and I know you guys want to hear my opinion. But ChristiansTailgate.com. Go find one near you. Place is amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. Great drink specials. Obviously, U of H being number one, they have $1 drinks now. Unreal. Go get your hamburger and your drink on. Also, Josh Smith at Modern Home Improvement and Remodeling, modern-homeimprovement.com. Call him 281-949-8925. I'm Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Balls. I'll have more for you tomorrow, man. I'll see you.